Tonight, Nancy Drew in What the Hell Happened to Jonbenet?
Well, I think the most likely thing that happened to Jonbenet was John Ramsey was up with Burke playing with the toy. He put Burke to bed. He went into Jonbenet's bedroom and was molesting her. She screamed or said she was going to go tell Mommy, and he choked her to death. And then later, he took her down to the basement and made the garrote and strangled her, and then hit her in the head with the solid metal object, and she died. And then he went upstairs and, after some period of time, woke up Patsy and told Patsy that Burke somehow had killed Jonbenet. And then they both covered up what happened by writing the ransom note and staging the crime scene. If that isn't what happened, then I think Patsy killed Jonbenet in a fit of rage from a long Christmas day, and Jonbenet either yelled at or slapped Patsy, and Patsy responded by hitting her, possibly with one of her trophies, or in the bathroom shoving her and hitting her skull. And Patsy basically covered up the whole crime herself. She took her down to the basement, did the garrote, the strangling, and then after that put her in the basement with the white blanket, and then wrote the ransom note. And like Detective Thomas says, John Ramsey kind of found out about it when the police were at the house. He kind of figured out that Patsy had done it, but he was stuck and had nothing he could do, and so he just played along. This explains for me why Patsy was kind of sleepy and tired in the morning, and she was in the same clothes, and she was up all night, but John was more rested and awake that morning. The last minute possibility is it was an intruder, because Patsy had hired so many different people to do gardening, housework, all these different chores around the house, and she had invited in so many, I don't want to say strangers, so many different people into their house. And so the motive could simply be some sicko who likes to torture and kill children. And maybe it did have something to do with the beauty pageant and somebody hired through that venue. The reason most logical people don't believe this, the intruder theory, is because of the ransom note. It was written in the house on Patsy's paper with her pen, and it doesn't make any sense for an intruder to write that note. All it does is help the police catch him. There's no advantage to the person doing that. And it's also so strange and weird that the same kind of character that would kill a child in the way that Jonbenet was killed would write kind of an educated, logical ransom note. It's just so far-fetched and doesn't make any sense. Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved, and tomorrow night we'll take a look at the Zodiac murder case and our next suspect. See you the next time.
A death like that and a loss like that has so many reverberations. It doesn't just affect the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers. It affects the whole community. It affects the next generation and the generation after that.